someone had mentioned to me they were doing a game ministry, and they mentioned about how many people are on video games a day, and 3.75 billion people play video games every day, or at least some point in their week. And I began to think about that of like, that's almost half of the population of the world are spend their time on video games, playing, and what I notice is that video games is something that people like to bond over. I find people enjoy being together, talking, hanging out, making memories online when you can't be there in person, which I think is a beautiful thing of technology and how it's evolved throughout the years. Obviously, you have your cons of what technology can do, and nothing ever replaces like being able to be in person with somebody, because that we were created to be in relationships with people and walk life with each other, and we're gonna actually talk about that this Sunday a little bit. But it's really a beautiful thing that we can play with 8 different students, or on a server, and just play and have a good time. The other night I was able to hang out with 6 of our students on different platforms and games, and just kind of hang out, talk, get to know new friends that they've made, and introduce each other. And it was just really cool to kind of talk through life. One of the things that really stood out to me was I joined one of our 9th grade guys' parties, just to kind of see how they were doing, and catch up with them. And they were talking about how they were joined the party, and they were having a kind of a quiet conversation, kind of a deep conversation, and one of them had popped up and said, there's a difference on like just saying you believe in God, and really knowing God and believing that He is Lord and that He is Savior. And they were talking about their testimony, and how one of them mentioned that he had given his life to Christ in 7th grade, and one had said September 3rd last year he made a decision to follow Christ, and he's seen a difference in his life, and how these boys want to be the ones who not just say they know God or say they believe in God, but rather they want to live it in such a way that honors the Lord and glorifies Him in every way. And it's beautiful when you just hop in a party on Xbox Live just for a moment, and then you hear 9th grade students stepping out and going, hey, this is what I believe, and this is how I'm gonna live my life, and I've seen God's presence in my life, and I've seen what He's done, and how good He is, and how He's faithful and just. And and that's not every Xbox Live party I join, and it's really incredible. So I'm looking forward to having some more of these students, like the ones that I had mentioned just a second ago, partaking in this ministry, and seeing that hey, we can reach people not only in person, but also digitally and virtually through things like this, like streaming. And so I was very encouraged to hear and be a part of that conversation.